Hello and welcome back to my videos. I'm Klepik and today I will be showing you my 4th ever sketchbook. I'm super excited to get into this thing, so without further ado, I will hand you over to the real non-PNG Klepik who will show you through this awesome epic sketchbook. Hello. I haven't done one of these in like a while. And I haven't finished a sketchbook in like a year, so I might sound a little awkward and a little unscripted, and I'm pretty sure my brother can hear me through the wall. So I'm gonna have to get over that, but we're opening it up and I need to write when I finished this book, so we're gonna do that. What is the date today? It is May 26th, 2025. I worked so hard this weekend to get this sketchbook done in a year because I started it in May of last year and I have never finished a sketchbook in a year before. But I did it this year, May 26th, I did it. I finished my sketchbook in a year. So I'm gonna be so excited to write that down. They usually take me so long, dude, but I did it. I'm so proud. I should probably write this in white Posca to match, but I can't find it and I'm incredibly lazy, so we're not gonna do that. We're moving you back into frame. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. I gotta make my handwriting look good. Oh my gosh, okay. May 26th. 2025. 1, 2. Oh, wow, thank you. That's okay. That's a lot of paint, dude. Oopsies. Okay, we're gonna place that there and hope it doesn't spread. But first page, first drawing, we got Nana. I started off strong. This is when I was still watching it, and this is when I was trying to figure out my, like, not that style, more simplified style. I ate that up. I remember I really struggled and I had to redraw this pose like 5 times. I was not having a good day that day because I felt like the pressure of doing the first page was getting to me. But yeah, that's the first page. Strong start, I would say. Strong start. A lot of the stuff in here is glued in. Like half the stuff in here is just glued in stuff that I did at school. So this was like an introduction project for my art class, just like introducing ourselves, and we have Miku everywhere, so there's that. Also, I'm going, at the end of the video, I'm gonna go and count through how many Mikus I have in this sketchbook, and we're gonna have that count at the end of the video, so remember that. There's probably like 100 in here. So feel free to count along. I'm gonna be counting at the end because last time I forgot and I kept having to like count through over and over and over because I kept forgetting to count along, but we're gonna have a count at the end. This is a character I was planning. I'm not gonna go into detail on him because he has like a long emo angsty backstory and he's like a 50-year-old man, so it's kind of funny that he's like full of angst. I mean, not angst, his whole family died in an avalanche while he was in space, so there's that. But it was inspired, no, the character, I had the story, but the character, like his visual was like inspired by this man I saw in the car with my brother while driving to school, and he had like his whole business attire on and he looked all put together except for a shirt. He didn't have any shirt on. It was like the strangest thing I'd ever seen because he looked so put together except for his shirt. So I just saw him walking down the road and I was like, that man is now my character. So there's that. I think that's physics. Yeah, that's physics. That's my ex. That's my ex again. I'll flip that upside down in case you want to see. That's a Pop Mart thing my ex really liked. Can you guess what's under this? Can you guess? It's my ex and it's me. They're a great person, no shade on them, but my gosh, I was so like insane. I had to get an entirely separate sketchbook to be able to keep up with how much I was drawing them. It was insane. There's this is the sketch I did for this, and it was like I was bored in art and I didn't really have anything to do, so my art teacher gave me this and I kind of just got to etch Miku into it, so I enjoyed that. That was fun. This was me trying out gouache and trying out realism as well, so that was me like seeing if I could do realism, trying to study it. I actually posted these all in a video a year ago, really old video, kind of bad, but you can see it if you want. The thumbnail's terrible, but I think it has the strawberry on the cover, question mark. Maybe I'll put it right here. Maybe I won't feel like it. Oh, it's my ex again. Oh my god, I spent like a whole afternoon on this. I was in love. Oh my god. Physics. This is from physics. You're gonna see so much physics in this book. It's insane. You're gonna see so much like doodles from physics that I cut out and I put in here. Quick note before I talk about this, I skip I only draw on the fronts of pages because if I didn't only draw on the fronts, then this sketchbook would be taking me 2 years instead of 1, and B, because I use multimedia, half the pages have like bleed through or super warped by the time I'm done with them, so I find it easier to just draw on the fronts. So yeah. Also, we had a collage project in my art class, so we were like collaging stuff and then we had to draw the collage, and so it was like a bunch of stuff about us again, like again another introducing yourself project. So I was like Miku's my whole personality, so this is one of the things I printed out. I forgot what it was. Maybe it was like my favorite artist or something. Favorite artist, favorite thing to do, because I have a hobby of collecting figures, so maybe it was that, question mark. But I found her in my folder like a month later, and I refused to let her touch the ground. Like, I refused to let her get dirty. I refused to let her do anything. So I either held her, and then later in class I taped her to my forehead so she wouldn't fall and get dirty, and then I took her home and I glued her on here. But I walked around the whole day with her on my forehead. No, it was my cheek. Sorry, it was my cheek, because if it was my forehead I won't be able to see, but I taped her on my cheek and I walked around like that. Ooh, more realism. Again, that's in a video. And it's boring, so I'm not gonna talk about it. My friend drew that. I told her to draw my sketchbook. She asked what, so I said Miku, of course. That is me drawing over a physics thing. I don't remember what they're doing in here, but this is Teto, this is Miku, and Teto's being made fun of by Miku, and Miku's calling her a wannabe because she is a wannabe. I hate Teto. So sorry. I love and hate her at the same time. Like half of me is like a joking hate, and I think of Miku and Teto as rivals, but the other half of me is genuine hate for that bitch. But she has good songs. So I have to admit. Doodle I did, I guess. Yeah. And then Miku and Kaito. I love Miku and Kaito. That was physics. Yeah. This, I had another video on it. A lot of the early things are going to be from videos because I didn't think of my sketchbook as a place where I could just go and enjoy myself. So I have a whole elaborate story on that piece that if you want to watch the video and learn the story, you can. Same as the piece that's coming up, but my friend drew these. It's Miku, of course it is, but this, can you see that? I have to scoot you over. Okay, that looks like my character Frasier, who's not showing up in the sketchbook yet. All my characters show up later, like the characters from my video game, because I have a video game. You should follow me so you can see it when it comes out. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But all of the characters are later, but this, looking back on it, made me realize that kind of looks like Frasier. It's literally just the hair in my imagination, because no it doesn't. He's literally smiling, and Frasier physically cannot smile. But that, yes, that subtle foreshadowing. Remember that. Anyway, on to my Trident fan art. That's them. I'm sure you can assume who those are. And then that's Trump yearning. I hate Trump, but just want to make that abundantly clear. This is satire. I would never draw this man seriously, because anyway, maybe in a couple months it'll be illegal to say that you hate Trump, but until then, this video's staying up. This is again from, if I can go well enough. Okay, this is again from me making gouache. These actually were picking 2 random colors to draw with. Or yeah, I had to pick like 2 random gouache paints to work with, and so those were those. Also, I don't know why there's a yellow page there. There's not a yellow page in a single other place. It came like this, and I planned to do something with this page, but I genuinely could not figure out what to do with this yellow page. I had no ideas in my brain that ever came to me. I wanted to do something cool with it, because why is there a yellow page in my book? But I could never think of anything, and I'm so sorry. So there's just a yellow page that never got used. That's Alice from Twilight. I was trying to practice portraits and find a portrait style. Not much to say. I tried replicating that style because I really incredibly liked it, but I couldn't do it again, so that was really disappointing. This is from my practicing landscapes. This is me practicing landscapes. Again, on the next page is another practicing landscapes. These were warm-ups because they each took like an hour. Warm-ups for actually drawing landscapes, like real canvas landscapes, because I hate landscapes and they make me suffer. I have a video on those, and yeah. First appearance of one of my video game characters. I glued these in like incredibly way later, but first appearance. I'm gonna include them in my count. Actually, I'm gonna include like a bunch of statistics on the end slide of just like who all showed up in my book, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. But that's all physics stuff. That's what my friend drew because she's like obsessed with AOT. But yeah. Oh yeah, and that's thumbnails for a commission that I did. Miku again, physics notes. This is a dream that I had where Miku gave me a hug. Oh, this is, of course, another video. I swear, I'll stop I'll actually explain my art soon. But this is from another video. These were me drawing with crayons, and it's my most popular video ever. 12,000 views is what this thumbnail got me. I am forever grateful. Can I have another one of those, please? Can this video get like 1,000 views, maybe, please? Anyway, these are more physics. It's all Miku. I just drew Miku in my physics notes the entire freaking year because I don't like physics. I never understood it. I can promise you I tried at some point to follow along, but no, I couldn't do it. So I ended up just drawing Miku every day and then taking them home and gluing them into my sketchbook. I did this in art. There was some old acrylic paint on like a palette that wasn't really wet or dry yet, so I like put a bunch of blobs down that vaguely resembled Miku, and my friends were like, Klepik, what are you doing? I almost said my real name there. Only real ones know my real name because I mentioned it in like a video like 50 videos back. I don't know. It's my first sketchbook tour, if you care. But more Miku, and then I went over in pen. I actually really like this drawing. I love it so much. It's so cute for some reason. I don't know. I didn't know that I was gonna cook. I was like halfway through and I was like, oh, is this kind of stupid? No, it's not. It turned out really good. I really like it. But this got me 12,000 views. Miku, the wonders you do. I'm pretty sure half the people clicked on that video because it had Miku. These are thumbnails for a drawing of Arya that I did a while ago, but I still really like the drawing. I again went back to this blank page a while later to do the thumbnails. I was just looking for a blank page. And then these are some stamps that I tried making in my art class that turned out really ugly, if I'm being honest. These aren't the stamps. These are like what you put the ink on and then you stamp it on the page, but it all turned out ugly, man. You can like vaguely make me out in these. I swear the sketchbook gets better. I promise. I cooked on like the last 10 pages, I promise. This is my drawing with food dye video. I actually really enjoyed food dye. Like honestly, would recommend. It's really fun. It's literally just like watercolor. I'm being so honest. You just have to be like really careful because food dye is like really incredibly saturated. So it takes a lot of water to make it like not as crazy. I honestly would like to draw with like full saturated food dye though, because like food obviously is like this is a pastel page. I had to use a lot of water, but if I was drawing like hyper pop art, that would like insanely cook. We're getting to the wait, no, this is still from a video, but we're getting to the good stuff. I promise. These are physics, Miku and not Miku, because fuck you. That's Miku and Kaido. I had like a little story going on where Miku had like really tangled hair and Kaido was like, girl, brush your hair. So he ended up brushing it out, and he's like, how did it even get like this, girl? How did you let it get like this? But then she looks in the mirror after and she's like, oh my god, my hair's so cute now, yay. Yeah, Miku. And then that's Elle and Misa. I love them so much. I need to draw more Elle and Misa art. My characters have consumed me so much that I don't draw fandoms anymore, and like I love my characters and I love drawing their own ships, but sometimes I need a good show ship. Sometimes I need a good like Elle and Misa. I need a good Elle and Misa every now and then. Ooh, this. I was reading, I forgot, but I was reading an anime, a manga based on Miku, based on I think a song that Miku did. I forgot, but it's like, oh, I completely forgot. I was like reading it for a while. It wasn't really good, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm so sorry. Mostly because Miku wasn't really the star. If she was the star, I would be reading that so much, but she wasn't really the star. But it was about this like guy who's like the average guy, like you know those animes where it's like the guy is supposed to be so generic so any man can fill his place. Yeah, it was that guy, and he was like an ultimate shut-in, an ultimate NEET. And so Miku was like in his computer and annoyed the hell out of him, and then he joined like this superpower organization. I didn't enjoy it. I'm so sorry. I didn't enjoy it. But this is Slime Rancher. This is Mochi from Slime Rancher. I love Slime Rancher so much, and I love Mochi so much. Slime Rancher 2 can burn. I'm so sorry. Unpopular opinion, I think. Maybe. I don't know. For the like 2 Slime Rancher fans out there. But I didn't really enjoy Slime Rancher 2. I couldn't really get into it like I did Slime Rancher 1. But I love Mochi so much. So there's that. One of the jumps fell off, sadly, but moving on. Doki. That looks so suspicious, and it is suspicious, but I'm gonna explain it to you before I like go onto that page because it's really suspicious. But it's Yuri from Doki Doki. I don't like how her face came out at all. I think it's a cute drawing, but it doesn't look like how ooh, her hair looks really good, but it doesn't look like how I imagine her. So I might, oh no, I might have to do some extra Yuri Doki Doki fan art. Oh no, what a shame. Oh no, in my next sketchbook, what a shame. I'm so disappointed that I have to do more. But Yuri's my favorite. I love her so much. I love her so much. Okay, this was around Christmas time, and I needed a Christmas present for my friend and my friend's boyfriend, who is like my one and only online friend. I need more online friends. I have like none because I don't know how to make them. So he doesn't really count as an online friend because I met him through a real life friend, and I literally like know his real name, his face, and that, and even my friends said they don't count as an online friend because you know like everything about them and through me, so whatever. But they have favorite characters. My friend's favorite character is Diluc from Genshin. He thinks he's like the stupidest thing ever, because he is. I'm so sorry, his model's so stupid compared to the actual like newer models, but he's like he loves Diluc. So my friend's boyfriend also loves a red guy. It's the painter from this game with button eyes. I don't know the name, I never played it. I let them like info dump completely on me, but I don't really remember. Anyway, here it is. I want to draw them kissing because they're boyfriends. I mean, they're not boyfriends, but my friend and his boyfriend are boyfriends. So I drew them kissing. Oh my god. It's the first time I've ever drawn anybody kissing, so please excuse how terrible it is. Please excuse how terrible it is. And then I got my lesbians. Oh, this is the first time I actually like drew them in my sketchbook. Oh, that's so fun. That's Deja, that's Arya. I went out with my friends and I got a Miku pen. So it's a really nice pen. It like writes incredibly really nice. And I drew how the Miku looked because it was like a Miku module, I think, Snow Miku something. And so I drew her on there and I was like, Snow Miku pen, and I had like a playlist going on. I'm never gonna be able to use the pen again because it's a collector's item now. To me at least. I don't know if it actually is, but I don't want to use it and like risk breaking it or running out of ink or something like that because it's like valuable to me now. But I got that. That was when I went to get goth Santa pictures with my friends actually. I'll get the pen really quick. Here's the pen. Here's the pen. I don't know why it's gold right there, but I can just wipe that off with an Expo. But as you can see, they match. Yeah, I say it's a collector's item as it's literally dirty. What is wrong with me? Sorry. Yeah. Moving on. Okay. This is me testing out Christmas art supplies that I got. That's Deja. Her parents, she's having an angsty moment. Let her live her life. Let her live her best life. That's Miku. I want to do like a Miku Arietti thing. Mixed with like the Thumbelina figure that I got for Christmas. I don't really know what was going on, I'm gonna be so honest. I tried to do like an ASMR video. Why did I say it like that? I tried to do like an ASMR video of like me sketching with pens and being so cool and awesome. I was not in the mood to draw that night and I hated every moment of doing that. So that never got posted. And then there's Arya, there's Deja, physics, yeah, love it. This next page, you gotta prepare yourself, it's so good. I cooked on these next pages. I cooked so incredibly hard. I just want you to know how incredibly happy I am with these pages. La 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 la. It's so good. I don't care that I sound on my high. I don't care that I sound like I'm on a high horse. These pages are so good. Oh. Steven Universe on this page. This is when I discovered that I could use nail polish. This was me having like my most fun moment ever because this is like when I was like really realizing I can use my sketchbook for whatever I want. So I drew 2020 style toga. It's so cringe. She covered in blood. I made sure I put that 2020 makeup on her. You can see that thick eyeliner, the really short brows. I dress like this so I can make fun of it. My hair is bright pink. I have pink eyebrows. I wear thick eyeliner. I would dress in the 2020 makeup if it was socially acceptable. Please make it socially acceptable again. She has the bunny ears. She has like the chains. She has the lips, like the black lip, pink bottom. But I discovered that I could put nail polish in my sketchbook, so it's covered in like black nail polish. I put like a ton of stickers and washi tape, and like I had the time of my life. I had the time of my life with this piece and this piece. I also just glued a lot of random stuff in and puffy stickers, but both of these drawings were genuinely so fun. This one way more so because this is just like peak. I was having the time of my life doing this. And then this was also really fun. I really enjoyed drawing Steven Universe fan art, but oh my gosh. I also really like how Pearl came out specifically. I just knocked one of those off, but it's okay. I'm gonna close this and never open it up again, so it's okay. This is supposed to be Steven in that one cat episode that absolutely horrified me. That was the scariest episode ever. I remember being really scared by it when I was young. But anyway, I really like Pearl's pose. I like the bleed through. Ooh. More physics stuff. My friend drew that. The one with the boyfriend. They drew that and they were like trying to remember a Miku that they saw a while ago and came up with that monstrosity. They swear it was a Miku module, but I really can't. I don't know what they're referencing. So if you know whatever Miku module this is, please let me know. I don't know. Miku, again, my friend drew this. Yeah. I drew my cat that I got or that my dad got, so I guess it's his cat. It's more so his cat than my cat. Ooh, I like this page. I saw somebody, can you see all the glue? All that used to be covered in more of this stuff, but so much of it has fallen off because I open up this sketchbook a lot, but that's okay. That's okay, it still looks good, hopefully. But I saw this guy who glued like buttons and beads and stuff into his sketchbook, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I wanted to try that, and then I drew Arya over it. I probably should have drawn her first and then done all that stuff, but I didn't, so it resulted in that. I still kind of like it. Doesn't really look like her. This Arya is like my hardest character to draw. I'm gonna be so honest. She is my hardest character to draw. I don't know why. I can get everybody right except her, so it takes a little extra effort with her, but that's okay. That's okay. It says get into the groove. Yes, queen, DJ. This I did an acrylic paint, not markers. I recently got acrylic markers and they're awesome, but I meant for her, this took so long, by the way. Acrylic markers would have been so much faster. It would have been so much faster, but this took forever. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I meant for her to look into her eyes, like look at her face lovingly because she loves her and they're lesbians, yada yada. But it looks like she's looking at her ass. You see that? Yeah. It gets the message across that they're lesbians, I guess. She's real for it. I'm so sorry. She's real. This was thumbnailing for a comic I did with Frasier where he robs a pharmacy because of course he does. Of course he does. This was D-Luke for my friend. Kaido, Miku, all physics stuff. Oh, I like this next page. I like this next page. It's Frasier. This is like when I really started to get into drawing them and I was like trying to establish their faces and I could not get this man's face right. I get it right later. I can draw his face awesome now because I have all his like facial features down to a T in terms of like knowing what they are, but I wasn't really sure what his face was like, so I was really struggling on that. The only thing I was really sure on was that he had like a long pointy nose, like a long straight nose. I really like drawing with paint chips, so this is called Silver Bullet, so I was like, yes, let's make him shoot a gun. he would never, but it kind of fit with the paint chip name and the paint chip name. So yeah, and then again, nail polish, and just he's all over. He's like everywhere. I really enjoyed this page. This page was fun. I wasn't ready. I was at dinner one night and I was like zoning out like I always do because I can't hold a conversation. And I just realized I could do crack ships of my characters, and so my lesbian, they're not lesbians, none of them are like restricted by sexuality, so it's okay. I realized that they could be shipped, like not officially, of course, but I love them. I love them. They're not canon, but I love them. Canon, and I mean, I guess I am making a video game, so there will eventually be a canon. There is a canon, and that is not the canon at all. But there's Jinx. I had fun with the graffiti in the background. I kind of just had a pose in mind that I wanted to do, and it felt like Jinx, so I put the pigtails on it. So yeah, that's a little bit of Jinx. House! It's House MD! It's House MD. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to speed through this now. I have to speed. I wanted to use my orange highlighter on Rin, and I wanted to use my nail polish on her too. And then I did this, and it didn't really turn out how I wanted it to, but I still kind of like it. It's fun. It's cute. Anyway, I don't care about that. We're on to House and Miku because House and Miku makes sense. House and Miku makes sense. This is like season 2 of me watching House, maybe. I don't know. I am obsessed with House, and I draw him a lot. I have a really hard time getting his face right. I only recently learned a trick to help me get it right. I'm gonna yap about it and probably put it at 2x speed here. But the trick is, you find a playlist, and you go on Pinterest and you search your character's name up, and you find an image of them, and it's a good image. It has a facial feature, and you play a song on that playlist, and you stare at their face for the entire duration of that song, and then you do that 3 times with 3 songs and 3 pictures, and then you just memorize their face completely at all angles doing that, and then you draw them from memory, remembering those, and then that really helped me get his face down. Because before, I had a point where I was like just like drawing him from reference, and I kept looking up at the reference and down, and I wasn't really observing it. I was more just like drawing how it looked like, and it always came out wonky. I always got his proportions wrong. But when you're drawing from imagination and remembering how the facial features looked, instead of just trying to copy them and getting the proportions wrong because you're just copying it and trying to mimic the positions, it doesn't turn out. Anyway, I hope that made sense, question mark. But I wanted, in earlier seasons, you can see him playing video games a lot instead of tending to patients, so I want to have him play like a Miku game. It's probably Project Mirai, probably, because it sounds like a gadget. And Project Mirai was on a 3DS, I think. I have the emulator, so I'm just cool like that. Ooh, I want to read this. Great. Either someone switched my Vicodin with methamphetamines, or I played that damn game so much I hallucinated the blue hologram. Oh my gosh. You think if I beat the disappearance of Hatsune Miku, you finally disappear? Oh my god, why does he want her to go? No, they're besties. Hold on. Just flip the page with me. Ooh, oh my god. Flip the page with me. You already see it. You already see the vision. You already see the vision. You see the vision. So I swapped their outfits, and I think they look pretty good. I think they're both rocking it. Don't I look dashing in this outfit, Cuddy? 10 hours clinic duty. I save lives in this entire opinion. I think that's gold. I had a band-aid. I stapled it in. I have staples on there. Ooh, wait, they kind of wiggle. I like that. That feels nice. But you can see them on the other side too. Anyway, there's that. And then there is a My Hero scene. My Doom Jury. Oh my god, my Doom Jury. I love this page so much, dude. I love it so much. Oh my god, I love it so much. Anyway, this was me. Yes, it's all me. Mostly. This was me planning out a card set that I wanted to make, but I couldn't get a style that I liked, and I didn't want to use my regular style because my style is always like getting better and improving, and I felt if I used my regular style, then I wouldn't like it in a couple months because my style would be different and like better by then, and I would look back and be like, oh, gross old art. But I couldn't find a style that I really liked to emulate it, so I didn't end up making those. I was so excited for those too. I really wanted to make my own custom card deck. Anyway, there's House, and you're gonna see like 50 of them in like 2 seconds when I flip these up. I wanted to draw a geisha. I don't know why, but I was like obsessed with the idea of drawing a geisha, so I did. It didn't turn out how I wanted it, but I guess it's kind of cool. Then I kind of made her an Oni, a demon. I don't really know what I was going for, but I made her something along those lines. Yeah, my friend, the one who has a boyfriend, I'm just calling him that at this point, got me these, and then this is a flashcard that I drew on. I don't know where I planned to put this. I didn't really have a plan. I knew I wanted it in the sketchbook, but I wasn't really sure where, so I just put it here. But it's that one Miku song that is just like, ah, the whole time. It goes like, ah, ah. I played it for like my mom earlier, and she was like, okay, Clefig, okay. Crazy, love it. I don't know. But I was trying to get House's face right. And this is what I was talking about earlier, about like just looking at references and not actually taking time to observe his face and his facial features. You'll see that none of these actually look like him, and so I was just drawing them over and over and over. So you flip it up, there's another one. I don't feel like flipping my sketchbook upside down every time, so you just get like upside down House. Can you even see that? No, you can't. Okay, there we go. I'll move it right here for a second. Upside down, right side up, upside down. This one though, that's like the one good one. It really looks like him, in my humble opinion. I really like this one. This one's my favorite. I wish it wasn't covered by these two, but I wanted to go in order. Anyway, upside down again, doesn't really look like him. All of those. Why is he pleading? There's him again. I don't know who this looks like, but it does not look like House. And then there's that again does not look like House, but all of those were attempts, and you'll see a successful attempt. I promise you'll see a successful attempt soon. Not soon, it's like at the end, but you'll see it. Oh wait, we're like way into 2025 at this point. Oh, we're like over halfway through. I don't really keep track of the dates. I probably should. Maybe in my next sketchbook I'll start trying to keep track of dates better. I wanted to keep track of dates in here. Like I really want to. I dated like several of them, but I just had like so many different time frames for each of these drawings in my sketchbook that I just couldn't keep up with the times. But oh, I hate this page. But maybe next sketchbook. I really hate this page, dude. Oh, my friend who has a boyfriend did this one, or no, didn't do this one. They had a fake dating sim that they did on a Discord server in like 2020 because yes, icon, love it. It was based on like really weird core stuff, so I wanted to do fan art of it, and I wanted them to like make extra pages or extra scenes for it because they abandoned it in 2020. They did like 5 episodes and I loved them so much, so I tried to get them to continue by drawing them fan art of it. They didn't continue, sadly, but they really liked it. So yeah, that's them. I like that one. Ooh, I like all of them, but I hate this page, dude. I hate this page. This was an attempt to like put more color into my art, question mark. Hold on, let me adjust this. Okay, this was like an attempt to like be like so fun and like add color and add like texture. I do it successfully later, but I hate this page so much. Sticker, glitter glue, Miku and Kaido, my character Arya. I was gonna draw Dazai because I was like really into Bungo Stray Dogs, question mark. I was really into it. I need to watch season 2 actually. Did I even finish season 1? Yes, I think I am on season 2. Or maybe I finished season 2. I know I finished season 1. Anyway, that's Toga and Ochako because I'm so obsessed with them and I love them so much and I need to draw them again. Just like I need to do with Elle and Misa, but maybe in my next sketchbook. And then I tried to draw Bakugo, but I didn't like it. So yeah. Oh, I do like them though. I just really hate this page though. I hate it as a whole. Oh wow, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. These are all physics. I realized right here that I wasn't drawing Dottie enough, so I was like, I need to draw her more. Not her. Not a her. They're not a her. I'm so sorry. I needed to draw them more. They were her in the 50s. They are them now. Okay. So I need to draw them more, so it's like I spent the whole class just drawing them over and over, just to like make sure I still remember their face. And then we were learning about pressure here in physics, and I was totally paying attention, dude, but I wanted to do Dottie getting sprayed by a high pressure hose, and then they're going glarba 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 glarba. And then this is Arya and Frasier on 2 separate days. I drew these going this. I don't know how to make you see that, but like that, I thought it was funny. That's like a 7-year-old meme, I don't even know. And then this is Magical Girl Arya. She's like melting the monsters with her sound. I don't know. I made a Magical Girl video on her a while ago. You should watch it, question mark. Yes, you should. Oh my god, I love these pages. I think most of this stuff from here on out is stuff that isn't in videos. I think it has been for a while, actually. I just lost count. Yeah, most of the stuff hasn't been in videos. Ooh, that's cool. I forgot. Okay, so this, I was getting into 21 Pilots that night, and I was like so excited. I love 21 Pilots. If you saw my first sketchbook tour, oh my god, don't watch it, please. You'll know I've liked them since like 5th grade. Please don't watch it. Please don't. It's so bad. I went from drawing vent art of them to drawing them looking cool, but I really liked the song Morph when I was doing this, and I was like listening to it over and over and over, and so I wrote the lyrics in the background, and I did them in charcoal because I wanted to do like charcoal portraits. And then Josh Dunn, he's up there. This was like the first page, I think, where I really started to get how to overlay things, because usually when I draw a page, I don't really overlay things. Like I do a little here, but I don't like do it to this extent. So like here, it's just like mostly a drawing. It's just a drawing with a little bit of stickers. But here, I really started to understand how to like overlay things and have like cool pages. So I really like that, honestly. And then here, I remember I was watching like a Wendigo video when I was doing this page. Oh my gosh, that was like a flashback. My friend who doesn't go to my school anymore confused Frasier for Fresas. I'm American, excuse my butchering. I took Spanish since elementary school and I still can't say anything. I'm so sorry. But I thought that was really cute, so I decided to draw him with a bunch of strawberries. This is a really underrated drawing, oh my gosh. I decided to draw him with like a bunch of strawberries, and I thought that was really cute and fun, and I really like this page. I like both of these. These are like so good together, and they're both red and a little bit blue because the bleeding there and the bleeding there makes them kind of blue because the ink smudged and the ink was black, and apparently it was a purple black, so it faded purple. And I kind of like it. But yeah, that is that. I really like these pages, I'm gonna be so honest. And I again really got down the overlaying well. And this was one of the first times, I think the first time, that I decided my printer is only black and white, so I decided to print out a bunch of pictures, and then I used my alcohol markers and I went over them and I like colored them in, and I think it looks really good. I really like it. And then I wrote Nikki right there because he is. Let me live my life. More physics doodles, and I think geometry doodles, because that's last year, that I did. And then it says open me. So we're gonna open it and get jump scared. Get jump scared with me. Ah, it's a cloud. It's like a Jack-in-the-Box. Wait, I didn't even realize that putting it in, but it's like a Jack-in-the-Box. Yeah, I let a kid, can you see this? No, you can't. Okay, I let a kid use my physics notebook at a coffee shop one time, and the one I usually go to after school. And so he saw me drawing and was like, I want to draw too. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have such a cool cool kid moment. And so I gave him my sketchbook and a bunch of my art supplies, my school supplies, not my art supplies. I would never. And he just like went to town. He drew on like 20 of my pages, and I thought he was gonna draw on like one. Kids don't know respect. Respect your elders. No, kidding. But he did not understand to only draw on like one page. That is a cheat sheet for math. What? What are you talking about? What? No way. No, it's not. No, it's not. Boxer Deja. Oh my god, I love Boxer Deja. She's not actually a boxer, but she is in an alternate universe that I have. So, ooh, we're covering the next page up. Okay, we're not flipping that up. We're leaving that covered. But oh my god, look at this page instead. Oh my god, it's lesbians. Yay, we love that. And then I was really obsessed with Frasier, so I just had to throw him in. I did this at a coffee shop at like 6 in the morning. And I stayed there the entire day. I did this when I got there, and then I was obsessing over Frasier at the moment because I was writing his day for his route this day, or when I went there. So I did this, and then I did some studying, and then I wrote one of the days, or part of a day, for Frasier's route in my video game. And then, 2 seconds and you can see it. Okay, I gotta like make sure I can flip it up fast. Pop. Okay. You can't see that. Haha. This was from Valentine's Day. I think I had a plan that I was gonna do with this, but then I forgot it along the way, so I just ended up gluing them in. My friend who has a boyfriend put this on my back because apparently French people or people in France on April Fool's Day, this was April Fool's Day, put fish on people's backs for April Fool's Day? Question mark? Yeah, but this is just a bunch of like physics stuff, and I like the bleed through that this has because it's bleed through from this page. I like the bleed through that it has. Ooh, I like this next page. Okay, this page didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but I still like it nonetheless. I found a bunch of CDs, or not CDs, what? Records? Question mark? VHS? Question mark? I'm so sorry, I forgot. I swear I know what they are, I just forgot. But I had a bunch of these, and I wanted, like, I don't really remember what I had in mind. I had this in mind. I had this drawing in mind of like a bunch of like mini characters and then a giant aria, but I didn't have the sticky notes in mind. It was originally just gonna be a pen sketch, but I ended up putting Arya and Deja there, and Bo and Frasier, and then Dottie. But I put a bunch of sticky notes too, and I didn't have that planned, but I think it looks okay. And then they're like trying to like push the thing open because it's like crushing them. It's crushing them, but that's okay, they can be crushed. This I printed out. I was like really into printing at this time actually. Also, this is in color because it was at my dad's house, so he has a color printer there. This is like that thing of where like you're taking a picture of somebody. I mean, it's an art trend. You take a picture of your character and then they notice and then they turn to you. So it's like you take a picture of them, they notice, and then they smile at you for the picture. So we have, she's confused, she's posing, she's like, whoa, yeah, she's rocking it. Oh, I love him. He's smiling at you and he looks like so in love, and I love him. Dottie tries to eat the camera. Okay, Dottie tries to eat the camera. And then this is a spoiler, question mark, but I'm not gonna tell you why. If you know, you know. And it's only me that knows. So, okay, I'm gonna do this the easy way. I'm just gonna like flip it over and have them all fall because I decided to be so extra with this page for no reason, but I wanted to draw this in the background so it wasn't just like a blank page with a bunch of like things sticking on it. So I drew this in the background. I drew this in the morning and it was like so cool and awesome, and I really enjoyed this drawing actually. I really enjoyed this drawing. I love this drawing. I love like how fluid I was with it. Like everybody looks like so good. Everybody looks so good. I really like it. I especially like Dottie's face is so good. Her face is so disgusted. So is hers. And then I got to draw Bo's big muscles. So I lived and I laughed and I loved. Ooh. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself. Okay, can we like flip it over right? Please say we can, please. This page is frustrating to go through. Okay. Wow. Oh my god, we did it. We did it. This is chemistry last year. Chemistry made me cry. AP chemistry made me cry. I didn't want to take the class, had to take the class. I sobbed for an hour 30 minutes in that class because I didn't understand what was going on. My friend drew this and I took it from them because they were gonna throw it away. So I put it in here. That's more cheat sheets. What? That's for chemistry. I was bored. This is pigeons, which I think you'll see on the next page. Yes, you will. And then there was a communist manifesto in my class. As we were playing Spot the Commie game, because it was like emulating like 60s question mark America. It wasn't real. It was satire. And so we were like trying to spot them. And so my teacher was like slipping these into people's hands and be like, shh. So I ended up drawing Miku inside. Because of course. And she's telling you to join communism. Because of course. So there's that. Next page. Ooh, I skipped a page. Pigeons. You might have seen my pigeon video, but I was really obsessed with pigeons. I still am. Sadly, still haven't pet a pigeon or fed one, but I will. But this is me drawing pigeons. Never drew a bird before this, so it was really fun. Never drew a good bird. Never sat down and studied birds, but that was fun. That was really fun. And then this was awesome. This was awesome. I thought to myself, I've never kissed my sketchbook. I should kiss my sketchbook. and show it how much I love it. No, I wanted to like put makeup in my sketchbook, and I was like, oh, that seems like a cool idea. And so I did like one. I think that was the first one. And then I went haywire from there. I just kept doing it over and over and over and over and over, until it was like completely covered. And I did like, as you can see, I did like different faces. That was me trying to smile. That was me trying to smile, and it looks really awkward, but that was me like trying to smile. And then I have me yelling, and there's just like a bunch. Yeah. That is my art. It was featured in a museum because I'm just so cool. Can you guess what was on it? It was me, I'm gonna show it on screen as I explain it. It is me having open heart surgery while I'm awake, with House in the background holding a bone saw to open me up. I'm already open, but he's still standing over me. And my characters are in my chest, crawling out, because I love them and they reside in my heart. I had heart surgery. Yeah, so I wanted to draw that. I don't know what's, oh my god, it's hanging on my wall. It's like right next to me as we speak. But anyway, foreshadowing! Wait, where is it? Foreshadowing. It's so back here too. Wait, here it is. No, here it is. Okay. Subtle foreshadowing. Remember that star, remember that pink. Subtle foreshadowing. Because remember how I said this looked like Frasier when it really doesn't, but I'll say it does. Yeah, I drew him in that. I drew him in a woman's tank top, and I will forever love myself for doing so. I will forever love myself for doing so. And I also gave him a thong after because I wanted to be extra and I wanted to live and laugh and love. Let a girl live, laugh, love. And I gave him a necklace and I gave him a girly belt because I wanted to live, laugh, love. And then my art teacher was passing out like these old dad rock band stickers, and then this was included. I got like so many band stickers, but this was included, and I was like, Bo, I'm going to draw like this. So I did, and he looks great and I love him. Does anybody recognize this? I really hope so. Like if you know, because it's like literally the art style of the show. But I love Common Side Effects. I love it so much. I have never watched such a good show in my life. I probably have, but like that show left an impact on me, and I'm so excited for season 2. It is such a good show. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's so good. It is genuinely like the best thing I have seen in so long. It's so good. So I had to draw fan art, and my dad, when he saw this, he was like, oh my god, he was like so hyped about it. He really likes this piece because I watched it with him, and he was like, oh my gosh, it's Marshall, oh my god. So I really loved this piece. I really enjoyed doing it. It was genuinely such a good piece to do. I had so much fun. Anyway, I love doing media that I love. I love drawing media that I love. I like this. This was me just like testing things, but I wanted to do it because normally you can't test alcohol markers because they'll bleed through, but I had tape right here, so I went like really scarily there, hoping that it wouldn't bleed through, and it didn't, but I like the line. Anyway, oh my. Ooh. This page isn't done, but my friend's gonna give me sticky notes to finish it, so I'm just gonna say that it is done, question mark. But this is my D&D campaign, and this is my birthday present to my friend. My friend who has a boyfriend. Yeah, this was my birthday present to them. They don't have a canon character design for them, so I wanted to draw their D&D character, and I didn't know that they wear armor. So I just drew them how I imagine them in the campaign. And so they are a big minotaur, I think is what it is. Minotaur or centaur. They're a bull or a cow. They're a giant man cow. That's what it is. So I'm gonna walk you through this. He's gay. He has a lover. Had a lover. He's bisexual actually, but gay bisexual. Same thing. 420 ear tag because I thought, haha, I'm so funny. Pride sticker, a slur because he's a slur. I can say the slur, it's okay, I can write it. Just gotta make that sure, make that clear. Nipple piercings, because yes, I'm just gonna hold my fingers and it's gonna be in between and I'm not gonna say anything, but there's that. And then that's my D&D character. That's Tango Cow with a Q. I usually like lay on their horns as we travel and stuff. There's my Miku familiar. And then half of the campaign this year has been me trying to sleep with my friend's dad, who turns out that it wasn't their dad. It was their adopted dad, and their real dad is an even bigger asshole, because their adoptive dad was an asshole. Their real biological dad, even worse. Their real dad killed their dog dragon. It was a drake, but it acted like a dog, and that was really sad, actually. Yeah, I wrote a description here in case I ever draw it. It was a gray blue dog drake, because it was like a drake, but it kind of looked like a dog at the same time. Not like actually looked like a dog, but it had like dog mannerisms, you know? Yeah. Anyway, skip. Birthday art. I made a video on this. You can still tell me happy birthday. It's my birthday was May 9th. This video is gonna come out in a couple weeks, but that doesn't matter that you're telling me happy birthday in June when it was in May. You can tell me it again. You can tell me it for the first time. Happy birthday to me. I love happy birthdays to me, so tell me happy birthday again. There is everything. There's Miku. I have Miku. Tell me happy birthday every year. There's house. I included houses this year, and I included my characters this year. I only included Miku last year. I just had a page of Miku saying happy birthday to me, but I wanted to draw my characters in their birthday suits, so I included them. This, I wanted to try backgrounds, and I actually really incredibly despise it. I promise this inspired me so bad because of my hatred for it that I draw really good backgrounds coming up. Just wait, please wait, please. But it was supposed to be inspired by Frasier's like mindset in some way, so it's like dark, dreary, and empty, I guess. And that's Frasier on the bed. Sadly I'm not there, but I'll be there in the future. But I wanted to draw them as juggalos as well. That's Bo, that's Frasier. I wanted to draw them as juggalos. I don't really know how I feel about ICP right now. Like, I love their music, dude, but it's kind of ironic that they write about how do I say this without demonetization? I'm not even monetized, but about unaliving. Oh god, I hate that word. That's a really bad word, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Unaliving child lovers, and then turns out they are a child lover. So that's really ironic and not really the best, but whatever. The drawing's done. It's there forever. But I like the drawing. I like the drawing a lot. The pen, I wanted to use a sparkly pen because I thought that'd be so fun. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. I wanted to use a sparkly pen, and I had to, it was just halfway running out of ink when I got it, and I was like bawling. I was thugging it out, and it was just, this drawing would have done 30 minutes if I hadn't used that pen, but it took me like 2 hours, so that was really frustrating. Yeah. Businessman. I saw a picture. I'm gonna show this picture, the inspiration for this. I'm gonna put it right here. I had an inspiration for this piece, and I really like how this piece turned out because I wanted to draw Frasier colorful, first of all, which is rare because he's like literally monochromatic, just gray. I love monochromatic characters. Oh, I love monochrome characters. You could never take them away from me. Literally, like, all of my characters end up being monochrome. But I wanted to draw him colorful, first of all, and I wanted to draw him in a business suit. And then the reference image you saw has a bunch of dolls like hanging on it and stuff. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna be all over him. I'm gonna be the dolls. And then there's that one. I like that one. Businessman. And then I printed that out, put some of them in there. They show up later. Just like these stupid little square things, and then more makeup because I thought it was like looking a little bland here. I thought the makeup would show up a little more vibrant because it definitely shows up vibrant on my face, but it didn't here. But I still like it nonetheless. This was me trying to draw them realistically, semi-realistically. I really like drawing. That looks like a unibrow, but I promise it isn't. It's just like a furrowed brow. I really like drawing with colored pencils, I have discovered, because usually I really can't do realism or semi-realism because the pencils are just like thin and hard, and my style, I just can't get it to look good. I just don't have the skill to make that look good. But when I have like soft lines like that, I can get it to look good because I really enjoy that face. Not so much that face, it looked good before I added the irises. I don't know what it did, but I can't draw eyeballs, like not eyeballs, but like the is it iris? I think it's iris. We're gonna say that it's an iris. I just really can't draw irises, and it makes me so mad because they always end up looking wonky when I do. So I just leave them like blank half the time. Like right there, if I drew the irises, it would ruin the whole drawing. That is like my one weakness. Ooh, here's the good background. Not my one weakness, one of my many weaknesses, but like my biggest weakness right now that I refuse to overcome. But here's where I get good at backgrounds. Here is where I overcome my ugly drawing from earlier. Is, oh my god, it's so good, it's so cool. Oh my god, Clevik, you didn't tell me you were good at backgrounds. I mean, I'm probably gonna have posted a video on them soon because I'm gonna do a video on these, but let me see if I can get them in frame. You can see that, right? Probably, hopefully. This is Beau's room. I'm not gonna go in depth on them here. I'm just gonna point out which characters these rooms are, and then I'm gonna, in the video that I do on these, I'm gonna go like super in detail on what it all means, because it does, all of the things in their rooms do have meaning. All the things do have meaning. So yeah, that's Beau's room. La la. This is Dottie and Fraser's room. A little chaotic, a little chaotic. That's Fraser's sad little mattress there. The rest is Dottie's. Yeah. And then this is Deja's room. Can you see her dance arcade here? Yes, we love it. Yeah, that's Deja's room. And then lastly, we have Arya's room. This is Arya's room. I did it this morning. I rushed. I'm probably making a video on me rushing to finish this sketchbook because I need to rush, because this weekend is like all I had left to finish this sketchbook if I wanted to complete it in May. And I wanted to complete it within a year, so I was completing it this weekend. So I had to do like 10 pages in my sketchbook this weekend, and all of these backgrounds I had to do this weekend. Oh my god, it was awful. I'm gonna be so honest, it was so bad. But if I didn't do these backgrounds this weekend, I wouldn't have got them done. I'm gonna be so honest. I had to push myself to finish these, and I'm glad I did. I'm actually really glad I did, because I want to know what their rooms look like. Just some notes on some rooms, some like notes I left about the characterization that gives them. And then this is, I'm gonna have a video posted on this because it's important, but this is my inspiration for starting YouTube. Yay, yay. These are a bunch of my inspiration's characters. My inspiration is this. I still don't know how to say their name, I'm so sorry. But they inspired me to do YouTube, and so I wanted to draw a bunch of their characters for that. And they inspired Deja, so I wanted to draw her beta design that they inspired, as well as her current design, and be like, who are you? Who are you? You're ugly. I'm kidding, she's not ugly. I really miss her old design, but it just would not fit. And it was actually kind of bad. I'm gonna be so honest, it was kind of bad. But yeah, there's that. I really like that page actually. I love gazing at it because first of all, pretty women. Second of all, I think the colors are really good. I love vibrant colors. I love colorful things. Ooh, I like this page. This is a bunch of colored pencil because again, like I said earlier, I do really good with colored pencil versus pencil because first of all, it's vibrant, it's colorful, I like colorful things, and second of all, what I said earlier about not vibing with pencils, I say as I have a pencil right next to me. Anyway, I've been recording for an hour. My voice is starting to like, it's starting to go, but I got a magazine recently that had a bunch of flowers in it, and I was looking for the lesbian flower because there's a lesbian flower. It's violets, and I wanted to put Deja and Arya there holding it and gazing into each other's eyes because lesbians and I like them. And then I wanted to include, because it was looking a little blank up here, so I wanted to include Dottie sprinkling some flowers down on them and just being like la 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 la. And then there's that one meme, except it's Deja and Arya kissing. And then on this side, this is what I was talking about. This is me drawing House from memory after doing that thing that I mentioned earlier. It could use some improvement. It doesn't 100% look like him, but it definitely, for doing it for memorization, definitely looks like him in my opinion. And it looks 1,000 times better than the ones that I was doing straight from looking at it. I was about to say observation, but it was not observation. I was just looking at it and drawing it, looking at it for like 2 seconds. And then this is Bo and House talking to each other because why not, man? Bo is concerned for House because he's like eating the whole Vicodin bottle. Bo's like, popping pills is like, that's gonna kill you, man. Popping pills, like, that's gonna kill you. And then House, as he knocks back the pillows, is saying there's not really an easy patch for an opiate addiction. Opiate addiction, and then insert a mean name that would probably be, I don't even want to get into it on what it would probably be because I don't want to insult him, and I don't want to be like racist or something because that's what Fox would do. But I wanted to do that. I was trying to like struggle to like find an interaction that they could do because I wanted to draw Bo and House interacting. I just had that urge inside of me, so I wanted to do that. But Bo has a nicotine patch, and so House is like, I can't get over it like I can a nicotine addiction. Not saying nicotine is easy to get over, but Bo's like doing his best with his nicotine patch, and House doesn't have anything like that. So yeah, there's their interaction. Oh wait, I forgot. So that's 13, and that's House, and House is saying, look, it's your kind, and he's looking at the lesbians, and 13's not having it. She's just saying, shut the hell up, House, shut the hell up. Shut up, please, for my sake, because he's already dug a hole for himself throughout the years, decades of just being a terrible person. But 13's just shut up. This is more of my inspiration. I finished this morning when I got up, and there's just more. I really like this page. I love their characters so much, and I love the colors I got to use for these. I also got to use acrylic markers on them, on both of them. The ones over there too, behind a couple pages. I really enjoyed these. These were super fun. Yeah. And I also really enjoyed drawing pretty women because I love pretty women. I love drawing like pretty woman body types. I had so much fun. I'll go into detail on it in the video. Ooh, this page is cool. I got acrylic markers and oil pastels for Christmas, so I'm going to show the oil pastels on the next page. And the acrylic markers, but I showed them a little bit as like highlights and stuff. Not really highlights, but like accent colors, just like a little here and there. But the next one is like just acrylic markers and just oil pastel. So yeah, la 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 la. I like this page a lot. I did it yesterday and the day before. I did this all yesterday, and then I did this one and this one yesterday, ? And so this, I wanted to draw a portrait of Frasier, sorry. I wanted to do a portrait of Frasier, and it was kind of like, I looked up oil pastel, because I knew I wanted to do a page full of oil pastel, but I wasn't really sure what. And so I just looked up oil pastel, and I saw like some portraits, and I was like, whoa, those are cool. And the one I saw that really inspired me was like blue and gray. So I was like, whoa, I'm gonna do one with blue too. So I ended up using like everything except warm tones, and I really like how it turned out, so I really like that. And then it says here that I'd put a quote here, but I don't feel anything meaningful, anything at all. because he has no opinions, no feelings, no emotions. So of course he can't really come up with a quote that would mean anything. Oh my god. Excuse to draw him naked. I'm so sorry. I collect what is it, paint chips from like Home Depot and stuff, and it's really hard to usually draw on them because they don't really have things that stick to them. Like nothing really sticks to them well because they're not really made for that. They're mostly made to, like, you know, for wall colors. Yeah, but we're not using it for that. So the acrylic markers, it turns out, stick really well to these. So I want to do 4 of them here and just have like things. I want to use the acrylic markers. So I did a pencil sketch and I erased it, and then I went over in acrylic, and I think they all turned out super good and I really like them. This one looks really good, but you can't really see it because it's black on a dark purple, but I promise it looks good. Believe me. But I really like all of these, especially this one. But yeah, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Is this my last page? Ah, it's my last page. I have to make this count. So as you can see, all my characters except Asia, she's on the next page. I wanted to, since I couldn't include her here, I included her with me on the end page, so don't worry, we have all 5 here. There is Arya with an egg getting spilled on her because it's sunny side up, you know, eggs, except the yolk is Dottie. That's Dottie, and I'm not going to elaborate any further. And then this aged to perfection, and then this one is Paparazzi. So of course I had to do Bo, better known as Popstar, and Smile Popstar, and he's like getting out of a limo. He's like lowering his sunglasses because he's the shit. And so that is that. I did this all yesterday. Oh, I don't want to move on to the last page. This is like an end of an era. This took me a year, guys. I didn't even realize I reached the end. But the last page is really simple because I wanted like a simple goodbye. So it's really simple, and yeah, here it is. Deja's waving goodbye. I'm on top of her head and she's like holding my hand and we're both waving, and it's just goodbye. Oh, that's the end. This took me a year to finish. Guys. Sketchbooks always take me a while and I really enjoy them, and now I get to decorate my next one, and ooh, this took me a year. This is a year's worth of work. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining me. That meant a lot. A year's worth of progress. Look at that amount of hairspray because I can't afford sealant. But yeah, that's my sketchbook. It used to be so pretty on the front, but then a lot of the stuff fell off. There used to be more, I promise. But yeah, that's my sketchbook. Yay! I'll show you my new one before I decorate it. I'm decorating it and I'm gonna post a video on it. And I'm probably gonna do that right after this, but I'm probably gonna take a break because this is a 1 hour 15 recording. Oh my gosh, my voice actually hurts as I speak, but it's okay. We're getting through. This is my new sketchbook. Ooh, spoilers for my next video. Oh my god. Whoa. Say goodbye. You're never seeing it again. Yeah, it's gonna go in my pile. This was my 4th sketchbook. Yay. It meant a lot to get through this. I did so much of this. I'm really happy with it. I don't really know how to end this, but it meant so much to me. I had so much fun with this sketchbook. Yeah. Yay! Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what page was your favorite below. I'm really curious on that. And I'm currently trying to grow my channel, so I would really appreciate it if you could help by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you so much for your support of my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye!